Hi there, my name is Erin Her, instructor trainer from Maryview. I'm here to introduce an exercise thigh stretch, which is part of our advanced repertoire in STOTT Pilates. It's interesting that this exercise is included in both Reformer and Cadillac. They have the same exercise goals, they have the same movement patterns, but the target and muscles may differ depending on what equipment we are on. Another concept for today is Pilates for fitness enthusiasts. So I'd love to show you this exercise on the reformer that allows various tension adjustments, not only to provide more options, also to enjoy the strength training. And I'm here with Heegan Lee today, one of our fabulous students. Okay, so let's try it.
Let's talk about the equipment setting first. You can keep your own gear bar and stopper setting for footwork. The position of the foot bar should be at number 3. The tension should be set at 3 springs. I know when people hear about the spring tension and it may sound a little intense, but we'll be able to feel the whole body system work together with the heavier spring tension. Now let's get into the starting position on the carriage. Facing the back of the reformer, kneel on the carriage with your knees resting against the shoulder rest. The carriage won't move much due to the heavy tension, but for those who are new to this exercise, let's start from a safe position. Kneel down, sit, grab the ropes, palms facing in. Slowly lift the hips to make them vertical from knees to head. You can either keep the top of your feet on the carriage or tuck your toes under or place a rolled up towel under your feet. The ideal tall kneeling position is to position the thighs vertically in space. But be careful since we may lose the center of balance on the unstable surface. It's essential to have a spotter for this type of movement. Hold the ropes as far as you can maintain the shoulder stability. Femurs, pelvis, torso, and head well stacked. Keep your gaze forward and press into the shoulder rest. Lean back from the knees to the head. Engaging the shoulder extensors. Now pull up the ropes a little bit to use the tension and return. One more time. Breathe in. Hinge at the knee joint while keeping your body neutral. Keeping the same shoulder angle. Knees are flexed. Thighs are lengthened. Breathe out as you lift up the ropes. Come back to vertical position. Inhale, engage your torso, glutes, and shoulders to keep everything flat. Exhale to control the tension with stability and release. The movement pattern of this exercise is very simple and the goal is very straightforward. It's about hinging at the knee joint while sustaining the neutral alignment of the pelvis and spine. There are a few reasons why this movement is very challenging. First, the tall kneeling position has a smaller base of support, and the lever length from the knees to the head is relatively long. This means the maintaining proper alignment of the body while moving becomes more challenging. In addition, on the reformer where the carriage moves, it requires greater stability in the torso and also demands additional strength from the hips and shoulders due to heavy tension. So we need to keep a strong connectivity of the shoulder extensors and engage the hamstrings as we bend the knees. Second, the significant benefit of this movement is lengthening and strengthening the all muscles of the quadriceps, which means that leads to improve the mobility of the hip joint and the knee joint. However, as the knees are flexing while the hip joint remains extended, people who are stiff around the knees and hips may experience lots of restriction in knee flexion. These people may compensate by overextending the lower back or relying only on the arms to pull. If there is a lack of understanding of how to hinge at the knee joint, or if there is not enough strength in abdominals or hamstring muscles, the same compensation may occur in the lower back or the arms. So let me show you a good tip for such cases. You can place a toning ball or pad or even a fist behind the knees and move as if you're squeezing it while hinging backward. I'll use a toning ball for Heegan today. Squeeze the toning ball with the back of your knees and lean back like a plank. Do you notice there's more knee flexion compared to before? If the pelvis tilts anteriorly and drops to arch the lower back, imagine imprinting the pelvis to recruit more abdominal muscles. Lift the rope slightly up and release the toning ball as you return. Although this exercise requires a lot of strength of the hip extensors, abdominals, and shoulder muscles due to the tension, the most significant characteristic of this movement is that all of the quadriceps muscles are eccentrically strengthened. This leads to improved mobility of the knee joint and the strengthening of the quads, and that'll ultimately prevent knee injuries. Well, I had to let him take a breather because he did a lot and he could definitely feel that it's a dynamic stretch of the thighs. Now I'd like to share a modification to further emphasize the advantage of this movement. It's to reduce the tension. Let's try the same movement with 1.5 springs. Through this, we can increase the level of torso stability training as well as eccentric training of quadriceps. And be mindful of the safety factor from the starting position, since the moving surface of the reformer challenges the balance and stability of the torso more than before. Once your torso stays vertical and neutral alignment is achieved, adjust the distance with the ropes. Take a breath in, gently push with your knees, move the carriage, slowly lean back. Be careful as the lighter tension can cause you to fall back. Exhale, gently lift the ropes up and control the carriage. Release the arms once you return. You may feel your body falling backwards easily. That makes your thighs work that much more eccentrically to resist falling over. On the other hand, you might feel that it's very easy on your shoulders now. Inhale, nod the chin, keep your gaze forward, lean back, lengthen the front thighs, maintaining everything in neutral, come back to vertical position. This should be the last one. Inhale to lengthen the quads to lean back, and now quads concentrically work to lift yourself up to vertical position. Whew, I'm sure his quads must be burning. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Okay, how did you like the thigh stretch number 1 hinge? Many of us think that advanced exercises always require more strength. Yes, they do, but we can always customize those exercises to different levels by understanding the purpose of movements and clients' fitness goals. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks for watching. 감사합니다.